high availability and fault tolerance. If you actually remember the concepts of server hardware, that is from the fundamentals, well, from the beginning, that even from the component level of a server, there will be two network interface cards as we've discussed earlier, right? So these two are configured in teaming. If one fails, the other will continue to provide that high availability. There will be two HBAs, host bus raptors at least, and configured in teaming, configured in multipathing and all of that. If one fails, the other will continue to provide that high availability and fault tolerance. And there will be minimum of two hard drives configured in RAID level. And if one fails, the other will continue to provide that high availability. There will be two power supplies. So possible number of components on a server are designed to be redundant, because as they are redundant, if one component fails, the other will provide that continuity, resulting which whatever you host on top of it, whether it is google.com, facebook.com, linkedin.com, the website or the application that you host on top of that server will be available to the customers for maximum time. There will be situations, not just the component, maybe the entire server, something like motherboard or processor or memory module may fail, resulting which the entire application may fail. So now it's not the component level, but it is the server level redundancy that we are looking for. So that's where we have got two options. One is fault tolerance, the other is high availability. Okay. So for high availability, what we have is like a failover clusters, right, or a load balancing clusters. What happens is you will have two servers at least, server 1, server 2. These two are configured in clustering so that if one fails, the other will continue to provide that continuous availability of the application to the customers or the users. Okay. Now in this situation, what happens is, if one fails, the other will continue to provide that availability. So when this failed and when the other one taking over the load that is providing the availability, there will be a small disturbance to the services, maybe like few seconds or for a minute of time. That is called high availability. Okay, in case of HA, there will be a possibility of few seconds to few minutes of disturbance or service unavailability. But then say your application is very sensitive and it cannot tolerate that few seconds or few minutes of unavailability of a service. So that's when we have fault tolerance. So in case if any of the application is configured in fault tolerance, there will be zero downtime to your application. There will be zero downtime to your application. There is a course in our website at cloudcourse.in. In self-placed, there is a course called Comprehensive Guide to Azure Load Balancing, which is a free course. So this gives you a very basic understanding for you to get started with any load balancer, any cloud-based load balancer.